we are up with our D&D 4th Edition review. I'm Mike, this is Chaz, and the new guy is Josh. He's here to tell us what he thinks about 4th Edition. Now, D&D 4th Edition, for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of changes. What are some of the changes, now that I'm blanking?
Instead of just having your AC, your armor class for defense anymore, they've gotten, not necessarily rid of the fortitude, reflex, and will saves, but you have your armor class defense now, your fortitude defense, your will defense, and your reflex defense. Depending on the kind of attack coming your way, you use different defenses. We learned, for instance, that magic missile, instead of being an unerring thing now, you roll against somebody's reflex defense. Sounds like, oh, you're kind of getting robbed on magic missile. Well, an example, a wizard at first level now has magic missile to choose from as one of his at-will powers.
Yeah.
And it does 2d4 plus 4.
Powers are something different in 4th Edition. You have powers now that happen at will, once per round. You have powers that are per encounter, once per encounter, or you have powers that are daily, once per day. I don't know why I had to explain what that meant. But
not really. I don't know. I kind of like the new powers. I kind of like how the system works a little bit. It seemed to interact well with the game.
Everything is definitely beefed up in 4th Edition.
Oh yeah, but it's balanced out. You got the healing surges. Everybody can heal themselves.
I mean, everything is beefed up. Not just the PCs, not just the player characters, but the monsters as well. I happen to be the DM for our session, and little kobolds can definitely kick some butt.
I died. Kobold killed me.
You did not die.
He came real close.
He was close, but he didn't really die.
That's shameful. And a lot of people were worried about, the classes are changing so much. One of our concerns was, we saw, I was playing the human wizard. We started off and I had 23 hit points for first level human wizard, 20 some hit points. What the heck? Oh dear God, a human wizard still needs to not find his way into melee.
Yeah, a human wizard should not be on the front line of the fight.
Everybody was saying, oh dude, it's 4th edition, you have plenty of hit points, just go in there, just attack him with your quarterstaff. And I got hit once.
Well, actually, we recommended that you grapple the kobolds. we thought that would be a good idea. And
you all also recommended that I use my burning hands while you guys were in the area, because there's no way it would hit you, it would hit all the kobolds. Missed every kobold. Almost killed my party.
It was still fun.
But I should point out, we're not playing with the full 4th Edition rules. We're only playing with the Quick Start rules, which are found in Module H1, Keep on the Shadowfell. So we're going to be back at some later point, once we've had a chance to look over all of the rule books for 4th Edition. And we'll tell you what we really think about it at that time. This is just our preliminary thoughts.
It's like initial love-hate type thing.
The only legitimate gripe that I have heard so far is the way it's set up now. If you take an extended rest, which is basically going to sleep for the night 6 hours instead of 8, how it was in 3.5, it says that you gain all of your hit points back.
Yep.
We don't necessarily agree with that, but that's something that's easily house ruled.
I agree with that.
Oh, I got hit by a fireball in the face. I'm just going to go to sleep.
No, I agree with that, because that ramps up the fun for all your players. I mean, who wants to start an encounter at half hit points? I don't.
I understand the reasoning for it, but at the same time, it's just something if you don't like, with a lot of the little nitpick stuff, you can easily house rule it away. You can easily.
You don't even have to do that. If you don't like it and you're the dungeon master,
have a squirrel drop on their face in the middle of the night.
There's an encounter every 3 hours, and you don't get a solid 6 hours of rest. It's too bad.
The healing surges pretty well act like
freebie healing potions.
Yeah, a freebie potion, except you only get to use one per encounter, and you only have so many a day. So it's not like some people feared that. Oh my God, everybody's a cleric now. We don't need a cleric. Everybody can heal themselves. We proved in our first game session fighting 2 fights with kobolds that no, healing is still a necessary thing. It's not healing surge, whatever. I'll just burn that.
Yeah, because it's only 1/4 of your hit points, so it's not that you're getting a ton of points back.
Right, it's very low key. It's just enough to help you get through the encounter.
Yep,
so
it helps out, but it's not overpowering in it by any means.
I was kind of afraid that it was going to be overpowered, that everybody would be able to heal themselves over and over, and it's just like, oh God, why play healer? But
not the case. But there's also a new thing called action points. I think those are cool. Yes. They allow you to burn an action point per encounter. You get to take an extra action on your turn. whether it's a standard action, a move action, or a minor action.
And it seems like just from the quick start rules we've got, they're relegated enough that you're not going to have somebody, every encounter burning an action point. You have to earn them.
In fact, I know my players, like in one of my encounters, 4/5 of them use their action points. So for the next encounter, they're going to be screwed.
Yeah.
But
hopefully we'll have the kinks worked out, and I don't know. Maybe I won't die this time. So.
But overall, 4th edition, not a painful experience.
Not
I don't
too
think.
much. Not too much.
It still felt like you were sitting down playing D&D. That's from somebody who's played 3 and 3.5. It still felt like D&D. It didn't feel like
Second
it was
edition.
It didn't feel like it was a tabletop board game or a tabletop board game turned into a video game. It felt like it stayed true.
It did. It did. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for this week. We'll be back next week with more comic reviews. Hopefully Nathan's wife will let him rejoin us. And as always, check us out on YouTube, paradisehobbies.com. Give us your comments, and if you like it, subscribe to us. We'll see you later.
I love these guys.
And I will rejoin Nathan's wife.